Okay, I am going to show you how to make the foundational blocks for Bluebeard's castle. I know the directions were pretty fuzzy. I'm going to use a 2-color piece of origami paper to show you how, even though that's not necessarily what you're going to be using in your classroom, but it'll be easier to show you the different steps. Okay, so it doesn't matter what color you have facing up, but the first thing you're going to do is take the paper and just fold it in half. And then you're going to open it back up, easy peasy, and just turn it, and you're going to fold it in half again. And try to make it as even as possible, because that'll make it easier. All right, so you've got 4 squares. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn that over. All right, you're going to take one of the edges, and you're going to fold it over to the middle. And turning it over is really important because we're going to get our creases going in the direction we need. Once you have that folded, you're going to turn it 90 degrees, and you're going to take that edge and you're going to fold it to the middle. You're going to unfold it, turn it, do it again, fold to the middle, unfold, turn, fold to the middle. Okay, and then unfold, and you should have 16 squares. Okay, I'm going to lay that down sort of diagonally, and I'm going to take the bottom and I'm going to turn it up right to the bottom of this top diamond here. I'm going to pick that up to show you what it looks like. It looks like that. Okay, see what I'm talking about with that diamond? All right, and I'm going to take this top and I'm going to fold it down to here. All right, so now this is what I have. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it down like that. Right. So this is what I have now. Now I'm going to take each of these ends and I'm going to fold them in to the middle here. Right, so this is what it looks like now. And here's the weird part. All right, I'm going to unfold it. And this is the part that I was missing when I was trying to show kids in class. You actually have to flip it over now. So these little colored ends that you saw before, you're flipping it over, and now you're folding it the other way. All right, folding it in. So when you had it folded originally towards the middle, you couldn't see the color. Now you're folding it to the back, and when it's folded towards the middle, you are going to see the color. Okay, so you've got these diamonds. All right, and notice on this side on the bottom, it's a little smaller. Okay, this is what it should look like now. Now what we're going to do is, if you notice, we have, if we unfold it, these little creases here. All right, what we have to do is we're actually sort of going to do the opposite of these creases, and we're going to fold these in. So it's going to make more sense once I do it. I'm going to take this crease here and sort of push it backwards. And then this crease, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to try. Sometimes you have to play with your point a little bit to get it to do what you want it to do. All right. And then I've got this one here. I've got to push this middle part in and make these creases the opposite of what they actually were. Then I got to play with my point here. All right, so now these are like squished down. So instead of sticking out, I actually like pushed them in. And this is what they're going to look like. This is what they looked like before. This is what they look like after. We're going to do the same thing on this side. All right, I'm going to Do the opposite here. You know me and my sound effects. I'm gonna, all right. On that side, I'm going to push this point down into the middle here. Do the opposites to these creases. Okay. So now I have these on both sides, and those outside angles are pushed in. All right, I'm going to take these. All right, and see there's kind of like a little pocket in there now. I'm actually going to roll these into that pocket. I'm just going to use my fingertips and try to squish it in there as best as I can. All right, so that's what I did. I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to try to roll it into that pocket. There we go. Now I'm going to take each of these sides, I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to fold these backwards because it's going to make a crease I'm going to need for my box. See how this side there's no crease? Now there is a crease on this side. So I got that now. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start opening this up, and you'll see like two little triangles here. There's one here, and then it's hard to see on the video, but there's one here. I'm going to grab this inside one, all right, and I'm going to pull very gently. If I squish, you'll see the sides kind of look like this. You can actually start very carefully squishing this seam so it folds out instead of in. You're going to end up like this. It should start looking like the side of a box a little bit more. See that? Now pull this out very carefully. Okay. You can see the seam is going the wrong way. So again, I'm going to squish the seam outside very carefully. You need to squish it the opposite way. So it's actually going to make my box. Okay. All right. So I have a piece of a box here. This is obviously not a box by itself. You actually need two of these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold these in because I don't need to stick this. And you're going to use these flaps when you're building up. But I already have another piece of a box made. I actually have a couple. All right. So I have these folded in. And this takes a little bit of finagling here. What you do is when you have a couple boxes made, you put them sort of kitty corner, and one should slide inside of the other. It takes a little squishing. Sometimes it gets stuck, you gotta squish it together. So now I've got a box. Woo! And you'll see there are some of these like little edges here, like little holes. So this is how you stack them. If I have these diamonds sticking out, what I would do is I would actually just slide these in. And this is how I start stacking my castle. Okay? And I will make another video to show you some of the tower points and other stuff. Okay?